Introduction to Indexing. Hi everybody. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick introduction to what database indexing is. Before we jump into the really hardcore stuff, let's talk first about what an index is and how it works within a database. So whenever you query a database where you're looking for information, you're performing a search. You're saying to the database, give me this record or these records depending on the value in this particular column. For example, if I'm logging into a website and I'm challenged when I access the website, in other words, I've been challenged for my username and my password, then the database is going to conduct a search against that table based on my username and my password value. Now, searching means, just like it says here on your screen, that you're asking the database to locate a record or records based on the information or the search criteria that you provide. And by the way, the search criteria in database theory is called your search discriminant. Now, to understand searching, the analogy that I like to use is that of a textbook. In your textbook, at the back, you have an index, and in that index is a list of words that are relevant to the topic of the textbook. And next to those lists of words are the page numbers on which that word appears within your textbook. Now, if you wanted to find a particular word, you would first go to the index, and you would search for the word in the index. And once you find the word in the index, you would get a list of page numbers that word appears within the book, and you would go to those page numbers and you would see if that had the information that you were looking for. Analogous to the real world, the book is our database collection, and each page would be a record in the collection, and so your search term would be on a particular value of word appearing within that page. Now, if you didn't have index, bad things are going to happen. If your book's a database, like what we were talking about, and you're looking for a particular word, and you don't have an index, or that word doesn't appear in the index, then what you would have to do from a computer's perspective, or from the database engine's perspective, is that you would have to page through each and every single page of the book and search for an occurrence of that word on that page. And if it appears, you'd have to report the page number back to the user who requested the information. And this is what we call a full table scan. And these are very bad. You want to avoid these at all costs. And this is the reason why we have indexing in the first place. And every time, if you don't have an index or you don't have the right data indexed, then basically every single time that you do a search, you're doing basically what's called a full table scan. And these are very, very bad. I call these Are You My Mommy scans, like the old Dr. Seuss book where the little bird is going up to all the animals in the forest and asking, are you my mommy? Are you my mommy? Are you my mommy? Well, that's basically what's happening in the database engine. This is the most expensive search you can launch and should be avoided at all costs. And the reason being is you have to think to an economy of scale or a factor of scale. What if you're working on a system that has 500 million rows in your data table, in your collection, and you've got 2,000 simultaneous users pounding your website trying to log in? How long would it take a search to return data back to that user under that type of stress, under that type of load? The answer is not good. In today's modern technology, and you can be the judge of this yourself, how long are you willing to wait for a response from a website? Research studies have shown that if users have to wait more than a couple of seconds, they're going to click off your site and go someplace else. So getting data back from the database as quickly as possible is obviously very important. And one of the ways we do that is through indexing, of course. Now, if in case you think I'm exaggerating, let's say you're going to go to one of my favorite sites, and that's Amazon, and you're going to buy a whatever that you desperately need, and you're going to type that into the search field that Amazon provides. I'm looking for widgets, and Amazon's going to search their database. Now, in June of 2017, Amazon reported over 500 million products in their product database, and I'm sure that number's gone up by now. So I'm not exaggerating when I talk about these numbers in terms of volume. This is a very relevant real-world example, and I hope that this really quick drive-by in terms of what indexing is at a basic level, helps you understand the theory behind database indexing a little bit better. Because in the next video,